WWE Draft 2021 is coming soon. I don't know why, but watching this is really satisfying. The rumored dates for the draft are August 30 on Raw and September 3rd on SmackDown. Basically right after SummerSlam. Obviously we might see the returns of John Cena and Brock Lesnar, but I'll try not to focus on these two during this video because I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up on different brands anyway. And it's really hard to make the video this year because the rosters are really small, and I don't necessarily know myself what kind of changes I would like to see. So it was kind of difficult to choose the superstars. Also, look at this SmackDown roster. Look at this tiny thing. We'll talk about the draft picks in a second, but there are a couple of things that WWE must do. First of all, bring back the general managers before the draft. It can be Adam Pearce and, I don't know, Sonya Deville, the greatest general manager, Hornswoggle. I don't really care as long as we have actual general managers and competition. We need a proper draft. Two general managers just picking wrestlers. I'm also open to the idea of the lottery. Pretty much anything as long as it's not a superstar shakeup or this. Please don't do this again. Now before we start, you may be wondering, how am I so rich? I mean, how can I afford this car? How can I afford this house? How can I afford this Fiend Championship? Well, the truth is, I was born rich. That is a lie. It's a green screen. But I wish I was, so let's talk about today's sponsor, the world's greatest money-making idle game adventure capitalist, the best capitalism simulator. Start with a humble lemonade stand, attract investors to give you a boost, get lazy and hire a manager. Sounds like a dream. They're also celebrating a 6-year anniversary of the game, and unlike your drunk uncle, they're not coming empty-handed. They have a bunch of rewards for you if you download the game by clicking the link in the description of the video. All rewards are gonna be available for anyone who downloads the game during the next 6 weeks. I'm sure many of you are interested in finances, and it's one of these games you can play during your free time. For example, while watching TV, or even better, Monday Night Raw. You'll probably spend way more time playing the game. Also, a 5-part series are coming to YouTube on how this game was made. They'll talk about all the ideas and struggles of making the game. It will be on their YouTube channel and also in the actual game. So make sure to download the game by using the link in the description and get all the rewards. Support the sponsor, support the channel, make sure to download the game. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the video. So the first draft pick is... oh yeah, so Ricochet definitely lost his, well, everything on Monday Night Raw. At first, he was challenging for the United States Championship. As a matter of fact, he was the United States Champion. He's definitely one of the most fun people to watch in the ring, and obviously needs more TV time because he's fun to watch. That's all you need really sometimes. So maybe it's just one of these simple cases where you need a change of scenery. I don't think Ricochet was ever on SmackDown, so I would definitely love to see Ricochet on that brand. And looking at the current Intercontinental Championship scene, I think Ricochet could fit perfectly in that. Now, I do like the Viking Raiders. They're really fun to watch in the ring. For their sizes, they move like cruiserweights. It's not like they didn't achieve anything on Monday Night Raw. They were the Raw Tag Team Champions, but they're also these guys that you just kinda got tired of. Like, admit it, you see the Viking Raiders interfering, you don't give a single shit. Admit it. Admit it, you don't care. You want to, but you don't. In my opinion, there's nothing left to do for the Viking Raiders on Monday Night Raw, and looking at the SmackDown's tag team division, there are a few matches that I would definitely love to see. Raiders versus Usos, versus Mysterios, versus Gable and Otis. Sure, Monday Night Raw needs to work on their tag team division, but I feel like the Viking Raiders don't really fit in anymore. I don't know, man, whether King Corbin is on Raw or SmackDown, for some reason they give him terrible storylines and it's always the least important and entertaining thing about the show. But King Corbin lost the crown. And sure, draft is happening in like a couple of months. But once King Corbin gets drafted to Monday Night Raw, we need a new gimmick, a different side of Corbin. I'm not quite sure what exactly I want to see from King Corbin, but he had his run on SmackDown and it's time to go back to Monday Night Raw. And I believe a change of scenery could really benefit the guy. I'm not quite sure about this one. Obviously, I love SmackDown. I'm not a big fan of Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn is one of my favorite WWE superstars at the moment. He's always entertaining. When Sami Zayn is on television, you watch, you listen, you laugh, you get entertained, perhaps you get half chubbed. The thing is, maybe Monday Night Raw needs exactly that right now. It's a 3-hour long show, and Sami Zayn is a very different character that could basically fill in that time. It's a big loss for SmackDown, but definitely a big gain for Monday Night Raw, and I believe Raw needs it more right now. Am I the only one who kinda believes AJ Styles doesn't feel special anymore, and it's been going on for like 2 years now? Sure, I appreciate the tag team, but he's AJ Styles, one of the top dudes in the company, and it feels like WWE don't really have anything for the guy right now. SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built, and he needs to come back. Another change I would have is turning AJ Styles into a babyface. I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but I always thought AJ Styles was better as a face, and I would definitely love to see a face AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. I think a babyface AJ Styles and a heel Roman Reigns on the same brand could really benefit SmackDown. Yeah, so that is gonna be the only NXT call-up we're gonna mention in this video. Obviously, we need more. We do need more. We wouldn't if WWE didn't fire 5,000 wrestlers, but you get the point. Finn Balor did great on NXT. He achieved a lot, he became a champion. It's time to get back to the main roster because the roster is getting smaller, and I believe Finn Balor is a pretty big name and someone that fans would appreciate on either Raw or SmackDown. This time I'm picking SmackDown because the roster is smaller, and again, for the most part, I do want to see Finn Balor as a heel. And I want to see matches like AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. I want to see Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. You know, these matches have story, and decent television is pretty much guaranteed. The last time Finn Balor was on the main roster, sure, he lost his momentum. He was basically a mid-carder, but he basically changed up his character. He looks a lot more legit right now. And I believe WWE could treat him as a main eventer right now, or even make him a WWE or Universal Champion at some point. Okay, so Monday Night Raw is all about the rematches. I'm tired of them, so let's bring Charlotte Flair to SmackDown. That's what we need. That's what Charlotte needs. That's what everybody needs. I'm not sure if it would fix the issues with Charlotte Flair, but different opponents and a change of scenery would be really appreciated. Matches like Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair sound pretty exciting to me. When I think about it, WWE's women's division is not doing very well. But Bayley on Raw, I think would benefit the brand. Rhea Ripley versus Bayley sounds pretty cool. Bayley versus Asuka, pretty okay. Just this one switch between Charlotte Flair and Bayley could actually do a lot. So we don't know Daniel Bryan's status in the WWE. The last time we saw Daniel Bryan in the WWE was WrestleMania when Roman Reigns basically destroyed him. So look, we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe Daniel Bryan is taking a break from the WWE until we get the crowds. So hopefully that's the case, and you know, I want to see Daniel Bryan on Raw. Ever since Daniel Bryan came out of retirement, we never seen him on a different brand but SmackDown. Let's say Bobby Lashley is still the WWE champion, or even Brock Lesnar is the new WWE champion. Either opponent is really interesting when it comes to Daniel Bryan. Bryan versus Lashley sounds good. Bryan versus Lesnar, even better. There's a lot of potential, and hopefully WWE will realize that. And this is the last pick, and one of the main reasons I drafted Daniel Bryan to Monday Night Raw. Obviously, Raw needs big stars. Let's say Lesnar is returning, they're doing fine. So, you know, Drew McIntyre, I don't think he's boring. I think he's great. One of my favorite superstars at the moment. But let's be honest, a lot of fans are tired of Drew McIntyre in the WWE Championship picture, and he definitely needs new opponents, fresh rivalries, and perhaps a change of scenery. We can have Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns again. Two of the biggest names in the company, Universal Championship, unpredictability. We saw that match at Survivor Series, it definitely delivered, and it's obvious that this story is not over yet. Obviously, that would be the biggest shocker, the biggest draft pick, but I think it should be like the third draft pick when it comes to SmackDown. Right after, WWE and Universal Champions. We also haven't seen Drew McIntyre on SmackDown ever since he came back to the WWE. So these are my WWE Draft 2021 picks. Let me know yours in the comments below, at least 5 of the biggest, and let me know where you actually disagree with me because, it was really hard to make this video. I mean, there's so much wrong with the WWE at the moment, I don't even know if these picks would help. But I thought about it, and these are my picks. Check out the sponsor, the link is in the description, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.